Hello and welcome into the 2023 Heart Women's Soccer Media Day. My name is Jillian Carroll. I'll be your host today. I'm an anchor with KCTV5, also the color analyst with the KC Current. And today I am pleased to be joined with Baker University head women's soccer coach, Sarah Matthews. And also with us today is Sadie Dittman. Ladies, thanks so much for your time. How are you today?
Good, thank you. We're doing well. We just finished practice, fresh off the turf and into media day.
Love it. Well, thanks for just jumping in. We'll hit the ground rolling if you don't mind. Coach, if you don't mind starting, introduce us to Sadie. Just tell us kind of a little bit about what she brings to the team on and off the pitch, and just how important is she to your program?
Absolutely. This, like you said, this is Sadie Dittman. She is a wonderful contributor for us. She is positive, encouraging, hardworking. You know, anything you put into that kind of category, that sums up Sadie, and she is really special for us.
Love that. Sadie, now from your perspective, tell us a little bit about yourself. What position do you play? And off the field in the classroom, what are you studying?
Yeah, so obviously, as you guys know, my name's Sadie Dittman. I'm a midfielder. It's my junior year. I'm so excited. This year is going to be great. I just can't wait for what's to come. In the classroom, I'm studying business administration and marketing, so I'm super excited about that as well.
Awesome. Sadie, talk to us a little bit about your squad, your teammates. Just how much do you enjoy being around them? What are the vibes right now? Have you guys started to come together already?
Yeah, so it's day 3, and let me tell you, those girls are my family. They're all my sisters. I love them so much. I mean, it's just a great environment to be around every day. Preseason is not easy, so just knowing I'm going to a team that's my family makes every day so much easier and so much more encouraging.
I love that. And I'm going to turn the tables quickly because although they are your family and how much do you rely on each other to like bring the competition every day?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a big part of our culture right now. What we're trying to bring up is just pushing each other every day to be the best people we can be on and off the field. And I just think we're doing amazing at that. It's just really great to see and super exciting to see how much we push each other and how much we rely on each other to bring that energy every day.
Coach, this is going to be year 4 for you. So you've been around the block a time or two. Talk to me about some of your goals for this year, and how you hope to impact the squad and just kind of like what this year is going to look like.
Yeah, so we've done a really good job. You mentioned going into my 4th year, the building blocks and process of building a team culture. And, there was a great one before, but just putting my spin on it and what that really means to our success. And I tell you what, I tell my recruits and my team that I'm one of the more competitive people you will ever meet. Sadie's laughing, but that, so in other words, we're going after wins and our ultimate goal is to win a national championship. But at the end of the day, we're trying to win in life. Mm-hmm. So, the attributes that Sadie has mentioned, we're a family. We talk about that there's always going to be adversity and that sisters always have little squabbles. My classic example is eating each other's Chipotle burritos. But whether or not that causes a little rift, we talk about it, we communicate through our problems. And at the end of the day, that brings respect amongst each other, family, togetherness. And at the end of the day, that does create results. But no matter what, we walk off the field with our heads held high and we're winning at the end of the day because we're better people for it.
Okay. I love so much about that answer. And it sounds like you truly embrace this platform to just pour into these young women. I want to ask you specifically about being a female coach to female athletes. And I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, they were male coaches and they were wonderful. Don't get me wrong, but you have a really unique platform here. How do you embrace that every day? It sounds like you are very aware of your impact, but why is that so important to you?
You kind of hit it there. It's still a male dominated industry. And like you said, it's not a bad thing that I had wonderful male coaches. They're still my mentors today. But it is just a unique perspective to kind of understand how our minds work and seeing different reactions to things and what might be going through their heads. And my why, we talk about in being an adult is find a why in what you do. And my why is that I want to create confident women going into the real world after college. Whether you're male or female, it is a scary thing to graduate and go find a job, and it's just a new experience. So how can we teach you to attack those moments confidently, with respect, experience, how to communicate, just everything. Just that word confident is kind of what I hold on to. And just being a female and knowing that our voices are heard and we're going to make it known. And but yeah, there we go. That's my why. You kind of hit it there on the head. So yeah.
I love it. Sadie, you guys just talked a little bit about it. You just hopped off of that new turf you have. Just share with us how much you're loving that and what that means to you to know about your facilities. They're top notch. So as a player, how does that help you?
Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. Like when we step on that turf every day, personally for me, it just brings me so much excitement and so much joy. I'm just blessed that we got our own turf because we were sharing with football. I mean, it's cool to share with them, but it's just awesome to have our own thing. It just brings up that energy even more. And it's just super cool that we can do our own thing on our own turf and have our own experiences.
Sadie, how, from your perspective, how does the team, yourself, your coach, just the program in general, how are you supported by the Baker community? Not only other students, but really just community members. Are they out at your games with you? Are you out there doing community service projects? Talk to us about that relationship.
Yeah, it's so cool. This is awesome because the other day we had an alumni over and she was just talking about how cool it was that she got to come watch our games and how other alumni come and support us. And it's just super cool to see the culture just keep rising and keep getting better. And I think it's so important this year that we get out in our community more and just progress and show ourselves off and what we can do for our community and how their support means so much to us. It's just a great small community in Baldwin City. And it's amazing. You'll walk by. We were at Casey's the other day and she's like, the worker was like, let me have your schedule. I would love to come support you guys. So it just meant a lot for some of the girls to be in there and see how our community supports us.
Very cool. And community support goes a long way. Coach, you need it with these conference games are pretty tough. It doesn't seem like there's any type of drop off. What are you expecting from your squad in conference and in non-conference matches this year?
Sure. The step one is it sounds cliche, but you walk off the field knowing that you gave everything you have. And that's kind of been the theme the last couple of days, where it's easy to, save your energy knowing that it's a 90-minute practice or X amount of miles for a run, and you have to conserve that energy, where there's nothing to conserve. You have to give everything you have in the moment, because your moment might be 90 minutes, your moment might be 60 seconds. So you have to give everything you can in every moment. So at the end of the day, win or loss, you walk off that field knowing you gave everything you could. In our conference, you mentioned that I'm biased, but I think it's one of, if not the hardest conference in the NAIA. We have 3 to 5 schools making the national tournament, depending on the year. And no matter what place you fall, anyone could beat anyone. So we have to be on our A game every single time we step on the field. Every person matters, no matter what your role. And honestly, like I said, we're competitive, so we're expecting to go out there and win a lot. I like to say we want to verbalize winning a national championship. So if you don't verbalize it, it'll never happen. Now, there's a lot of things that go into that, and we have to set smaller goals along the way. But if you don't talk about it, then let's say we win the conference championship, then your mindset is we've made our goal and we're done. We're not done, because if you win the conference championship, you're going on to nationals. So I'm a big coach in mentality and knowing that the mentality is for the long haul. We're preparing for December. We're not preparing for end of October. We're in it for the long haul, and we expect big things. So
I love it. I love the mentality. I love the preparation. Speak it into existence. I love it. We want to leave just quickly both of your perspectives. The women's game is thriving. It is growing everywhere you look. NWSL, inside Kansas City, outside of Kansas City, nationally, globally. Just what does that mean to you guys? Start with you, Sadie, because you're currently playing right now. So how does that inspire you and your game and your teammates?
I mean, it's so cool. Just growing up, you didn't really have a female idol. I was actually watching a video from this woman on Brazil, and she's like, I didn't have a female idol growing up. So it's just so cool to see how the game is evolving in women's sports and how much class it has and how much competitive it is. And it's just so cool to see. So I'm glad that my team and I get to be a part of that and inspire other little girls to want to get up and just play and have so much playing the sport that we absolutely love and respect so much.
Yeah, I love that. And coach, obviously former player, so you've been at it longer, but now you're, still involved, still impacting the game. Just from your perspective, how much does this amazing wave of momentum that we're all on, like, how does that inspire you?
It's just so cool. We talk about being a female coach, and just seeing the game itself grow means there's more women, young girls that I can impact. There's a lot of girls that these wonderful ladies can impact. We've talked about bringing in some youth clubs, youth girls teams to come be our ball girls, and walk out with the team as we do introductions, and just giving, like you said, role model experience for the next generation, because that's what it's all about. Each generation, we're trying to leave it in a better place for the next generation. And I'll just kind of finish up my thoughts with the World Cup, and what a fun time to be watching the women's team and the women's game grow. And we all know that the US is getting a lot of finger pointing, but for me, I don't look at it that way. I look at all these countries that are doing such a fantastic job. And that means in other countries, there's more little girls seeing their country being represented, and that our game is truly growing. So, it's great to have our usual powerhouses, but to share that around the world and have the women's game grow just like the men's, and it's just fun to see that it's growing, and it's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. I love both your perspectives on that specifically. Baker University going to do some good things this season. We wish you the best season, semester in the classroom, Sadie.
Thank you.
Just you guys, good luck, and thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Very much appreciated.